Hello, welcome to this video of answer for this vlogger. Yes, story time. Woo! And yeah, I keep looking at the screen where I should be looking at the lens, but I want to see myself recording to see if there's any slight hiccups. So in case in case I just keep glancing like in this direction I'm looking now, that is why. Anyway, yes, I'm trying to look at the camera, but I keep looking at myself. Don't look at yourself. Just ignore that. Yeah, I'm not good at that. But yes, anyway, so. Yes, discussion time. Now, before we get going, you know the movie review I was doing, I said to do once a month or something? Yeah, that's so I want to do it, but I'm waving my arms about like a complete prat. Yes, but yeah, I want to do it, but I'll have to think about it. I do want to do it, but I'm not sure what sort of format I'm going to want to put it back into. So yeah. Anyway, today's story time is going to be about my college coursebook for the most recent course. Now, in my college, well, if you don't know, I'm doing a media production course, creative media production course in my college. I mean that in the British term, not the American term. It's, for Americans, it's sort of that leap. It's one of the 4 leaps you can choose from secondary school, which you sort of finish when you're 16. You finish when you're 16, the compulsory part of secondary school, but they've moved up to 18. We'll ignore that for a second, but you can go to 4, thingies, and that's college, 6th form, which is basically college, but in with the same sort of stuff that applies with school. It's basically like college in school. And then there's military, and then there's apprenticeships. Now apprenticeships are where you work on that at the same time. Yeah. So obviously I chose the college route, which is basically it's sort of like a school and a university had a baby together. It's sort of relaxing the rules, sort of. Like, it's sort of, there's no uniform policy and stuff, but you do have to turn up to all your lessons. So, to my knowledge, you don't have to turn up for uni lessons, but in college you do. But anyway, we've just finished today, literally, as I'm recording this on a Friday, because I forgot to record it on a Monday or Tuesday. We have finished today my final project, which is basically a book to film adaptation. Now, the book I did was Point Blank by Anthony Horowitz. Now, I know where the book is, but it's off camera, and I don't want to move off camera without having any jump cuts in here, because I'm a prat. I could just put a jump cut in here. Alright, put a jump cut in here. Now, I'm back! Yes! So, yeah, it's this book here. By Anthony Horowitz. Here's the back. Whoop. And just so you know, I prefer physical copies of books. Like, I don't mind reading them off ebooks, like ebook readers or something. I don't mind using those, but if I had the choice, I'd go with a physical copy. And by the way, I prefer hardbacks, not paperbacks. If this is a paperback, it's all floppy and stuff like that. But don't do that, because that ruins the book. It's paper. Who doesn't want a physical copy of a book? There. Anyway. Yeah, so we finished it, and it was basically an adaptation. What we had to do is adapt it. And what I did is I chose chapter 13 and chapter 16 out of the book and cut all the other chapters out. So I had chapter 13 and 16, and then what I did is I cut chapter 13 and 16 up into pieces, and then glued the pieces I want to keep together, but I also had to make up some of my own dialogue as well. So it's a true adaptation. It vaguely resembles the source material, but actually it resembles the source material quite well, because most of the dialogue is from the actual book, so yeah. By the way, before we go, in the UK at least, from what I understand, if it's for educational purposes, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Like, you're allowed to download any videos from YouTube, perfectly fine, perfectly legal, as long as it's for educational purposes. So don't you go bafting on about copyright, because this is for educational purposes, and it's perfectly legal in the UK, which is where I am. Oh wait, you better not wish it was in 3D, do ya? Yeah, so basically, I decided to, animate it, because I just wanted to animate it. And I couldn't be bothered to do it live action, either. That's the main reason. Don't tell my teachers that, though. Yeah, so I decided to do live action, no, not live action animation. It was CG animation, a program called Movies. By the way, don't use that program, because it's kind of buggy. Yeah. So basically, what happens is, sometimes the program just goes completely collapses and stops lip syncing. Yeah, for some reason. Other times, it just went a bit weird and some of the characters started glitching out. And the third time, and the third thing, which is probably one of the most important things, you couldn't render, or at least I couldn't render, videos over 30 seconds, otherwise the video file would go completely batshit insane. Literally, it would go batshit insane. I don't know if you could hear that. I just remember that. But yeah, it could go completely batshit insane. I mean, seriously. So anyway, I don't know if you hear that all over again. It would go completely batshit insane. I mean, seriously. Anyway, yeah. And so basically, I did do it. I edited it on Final Cut Pro, which we have to use Max for our course. And if you don't know how I feel about Apple, there's an annotation link to the video here, and there will be one for in the description box if the platform you're on doesn't support annotations. Now, yeah. I mean, just so you know, Final Cut Pro, it's okay as a video editor goes. It's better than Windows Live Movie Maker, whatever it is. It's better than that. Yeah, but it's not the best. The one I've got currently is Sony Movie Studio 2013 Suite Edition. Yeah, that's a lot better than fucking Final Cut Pro. And I got Final Cut Pro essentially free without the zero. All it costs for me to use Final Cut Pro is basically travel money. Basically to travel to my college. Yeah, that's all it costs to get me to use it. I mean, I have used Max in the past and stuff, but not Final Cut Pro, but yeah. Anyway, so we use Final Cut Pro. It's okay, it's not the best, but it's alright for what we're doing with it. We're basically just doing sort of basic editing, you know, overlaying and stuff. Change. So it's good enough for basic editing, is what I'm going to say. Yeah, but I did get it all done, and when we finish, like, doing all the movies, we have to write an evaluation of our work. And essentially what that is essentially sort of what our aims were for this project, how we achieved those aims, also what skills we learnt in this project, what we would change if we were given the opportunity to do it again, and some feedback from your peers, or target audience, whatever you want to call them. Now, yeah, and so we're meant to write 500 words minimum, and can you guess how many words I got to before I got writer's block? Writer's block, just couldn't write words anymore. I know writer's block is basically when writers can't write, but you know what I mean. Do you want to know how many words? Do you want to know? 4. I was 496 words through it, and I stumbled across 4, and I stumbled at 4. 4. Eventually I just started padding it out a bit, which skyrocketed up to 521. I've padded out even more. So I started padding. By the way, if you are sort of, you know, writing stuff like essays and evaluations and stuff, and you're struggling for us, do a bit of padding out. That means sort of buff it out a bit. You know, sort of like, instead of saying something like a one word which describes that thing, do the say there's like a sentence way of describing, and the word just for that, like describe the sentence, which means the same thing as a sentence, but it's just one word. Use the sentence because that's a lot more words. It just pads it out a bit. So just do a bit of padding out, and you'll be fine. Like, it works. I've done it every single time for one of my evaluations, and it works. Believe me, it works lovely. Yeah. So we've been recording for 9 minutes. I thought this was like a couple of minutes. Yeah. Oh, and anyway, you may have seen in the previous video of my channel, I think it is, of a guy getting shot. Yeah, he's my evil brother, and he's starting a YouTube channel. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why I'm advertising him for he's my evil brother, he said he would blow up a hospital if I didn't. So yeah, it's just a bit of advertising. And he says he's going to upload a video every couple of weeks, and it's going to be Derek's Adventures. Yes. So I'll put a link to that in the description box, or annotation here, whenever that happens. So yeah, I'm re-recording the ending because I messed up in it. Yes. Anyway, so this has been Alistair for this vlogger. Yes. So remember to subscribe, comment, and like. Yeah, and it doesn't take a second. It takes like a second. Like, even if you sort of, you know, think these videos are okay, just subscribe it in case you change your mind and make it one better. Yeah. Remember, yeah. And remember also check out Twitter. I don't post on Twitter at the minute. I'm still in the lull. Instagram, but I don't really use it. Basically, the main reasons why I have most of these social accounts is to sort of block other people taking the name up. Essentially, that's the main reason. Vine, Snapchat, website. By the way, I'm putting the screen this, I probably won't put annotations on, so it'll all be in the description box if you're wondering where the links are. And anything else I've forgotten. Yeah. And anyway, this has been Alistair for this vlogger. Catch, time to send me out, look big. I love my friends.